live, so I figured I'd get on live. But before I do, let me read this before I start driving. Attorney for Botham Jean's family, neighbor who testified against Amber Geiger, was shot and killed in Dallas. Joshua Brown, the next-door neighbor of Botham Jean, was shot and killed late Friday night in Dallas, Texas, an attorney for Jean's family said. Brown recently testified for the prosecution in a murder trial of former Dallas cop Amber Geiger. He was the one with the Dragon Ball Z t-shirt. According to Dallas Morning News, officers arrived at the scene around 10:30. To the Adara Apartments located on the 4600 block of Cedar Springs Road in Dallas Creek neighborhood. Per that report, police found a man on the ground with multiple gunshot wounds. He was taken to Parkland Memorial Hospital, where he died from his injuries. Witnesses told police they heard several gunshots and saw a silver four-door sedan speeding out of the parking lot. The Dallas Police Department has yet to release information about the victim or the suspect. But attorneys with knowledge of the case and Brown's family confirmed Brown's identity via social media Saturday afternoon. Dominique Alexander, a Dallas area civil rights activist who was close to Brown's family, posted about his death on Facebook. I have been notified that Joshua Brown, who testified on the stand in the Amber Geiger trial, was shot and killed last night. Not sure what happened, but I will keep you updated on new developments. Lee Merritt, the attorney for Botham Jean's family, later confirmed the news on Twitter in a separate Facebook post. Joshua Brown, the next-door neighbor of Botham Jean, was killed last night after being shot several times by an unknown assailant, Merritt noted. Local media has reported on the shooting but have not confirmed Brown's identity because Brown worked closely with the prosecutors just a week ago to ensure Amber Geiger was properly convicted in the murder trial. The DA's office has fairly direct contact with Brown and his family. An ADA has confirmed that it was in fact Brown who was killed, although they have yet to identify a suspect or motive for the shooting. The case is now in the hands of Dallas Police Department. Brown's testimony stood out as a fact witness who was approaching his apartment directly across from Botham Jean's apartment when the shots rang out. He was the one who testified and was talking about how he remembers Botham singing and stuff in the morning. And he got all choked up. Online reaction thus far has been fierce, with many people terming Brown's death as an assassination, a hit, and/or revenge on the behalf of the Dallas police. While the timing of Brown's death is suspicious, there is at this time no evidence to support. Somebody wanted to join, but I saw it too late. While the timing of Brown's death is suspicious, there is at this time no evidence to support such online characterizations of the killing. Brown was still visibly shaken up from the incident when he took the stand to testify on behalf of the prosecution. His murder underscores the reality of Black experience in America. A former athlete turned entrepreneur, Brown lived in constant fear that he would be the next victim of gun violence, either state-sanctioned or otherwise. We have more work to deal with the constant threats to our community from both within and without. Brown deserves the same justice he sought to ensure the Jean family. The Dallas County criminal justice system must mobilize to identify his killer and see that he is held accountable for this murder. This is hard as fuck for me right now. Merritt followed up to note that he recently spoke to Brown's mother about her son's death. I spoke with Joshua, who is that? Oh, Merritt. I spoke with Joshua Brown's mother, Merritt tweeted. She is devastated. We all are. Joshua Brown was a key witness in the murder of Botham Jean that helped put Amber Geiger away. We need answers. The DPD did not confirm the identity of the victim, when responding to a law and crime inquiry. Instead, they referred us to their official release on the case. On Friday, the official release is, on Friday, October 4th, 2019, at approximately 10:37 p.m., Dallas patrol officers responded to a shooting call at the Adderall Apartments located at the 4606 Cedar Spring Road. Upon arrival, the officers were flagged down by several witnesses directing them to the complainant's location. The complainant was found lying on the ground in the apartment parking lot. Let me just get through the article. The complainant was found lying on the ground in the apartment parking lot with multiple gunshot wounds. Dallas Fire and Rescue responded and transported the complainant to the Parkland Memorial Hospital, where he died from his injuries. Several witnesses heard several gunshots and observed the silver four-door sedan leaving the parking lot at a high rate of speed. There was no additional information on the suspects at this time. The complainant did not have any ID cards on him, therefore, Several witnesses heard several gunshots and observed the silver four-door sedan leaving the parking lot at a high rate of speed. There was no additional information on the suspects at this time. The complainant did not have any ID cards on him. Therefore, next of kin notification will be pending the medical examination and positive identification. It is important to note that there were no additional victims regarding this shooting call yet, because it was a target fucking hit. The two victims I reported earlier that showed up at the Parkland Hospital was not related to the shooting. There was an ongoing investigation and no one is in custody. All right, guys, give me 5 minutes to collect myself. I'm going to come. Just give me 5 minutes. I'm going to come back. Okay, give me 5 minutes. I don't like crying on camera and shit. I don't like it at all. So, hey Sharjon. Hi Karen. Hi Olaf. Hi General. Yeah. So just that little quick time, as I was getting back on live, I saw Tariq posted that Bunny, the one who filmed everything, she is getting death threats. So this is what I meant by that. Right now, the Jeans, whatever their last name is, all of them, they should be pariahs. Look what they have done. Look what they have done. You gave them a green light. You said it's okay to come in our apartment. It's okay. I will forgive you. I will give you a big, warm hug. Turn left. Witness protection. Like that was going to do anything anyway. Who you going to get witness protection from? The people that's giving you the protection is the people you need protection from. So who? I wouldn't go to witness protection. So weird. I wouldn't go to witness protection. I don't even know I'm so disgusted. I'm you know, it really, we're like, I already made a video, because don't forget that, remember I forgot what it was called, when Trump had did something, he signed something, and I can't remember the name of it right now, but he had signed something during the government shutdown, right? That was never retracted. So we're always on the brink of martial law right now. As long as he hasn't retracted that and pulled that back, you know, we're always on the brink of martial law. Right now. Exit right. Hold on, let me make sure I don't miss my exit, y'all. Even Texas law allows citizens to resist police who come in their house. But it's not even that, because they came back with guilty, and they came back with guilty of murder. It's the fact that you was up there forgiving her. So they was like, oh, well, if you forgive her, then we're not going to give her no time. It's not a big deal, you know. You don't hear, son, even when they know you didn't do it, they don't forgive you. Like that boy I don't know the details of the case, but I don't have receipts. That's why I've never done a post on it. But that boy with the girl, was it Far Rockaway or something like that, and they found her body, and she was raped and murdered, and her dad found her, or some shit like that. That shit was crazy. That something in my bones tell me that boy did not do it. I don't, he does not look like I'm sorry. I'm sorry. He does not look like he did that to me, and that looks like another whole Central Park 5 situation where he just forced this child to say whatever, and he appearing not to be, how do you say this shit without sounding fucked up? He looked like he could be easily, you know, his brain could be a little malleable. Like, somebody could be like, hey, you know, even in 2019, you say this and, you know, we'll let you go, and he would believe it. Let's just say that. So it's like, them people know damn well he didn't do that. But you hear them ever talk about forgiveness? Hell no. They like, I want him to burn in hell. He should die for what he did to my daughter, and knowing damn well he didn't do the shit. But they're going to get somebody. Somebody's going to pay. Somebody will be punished. Amber barely got a slap on the wrist. And now, they like, oh, great. Even if we're found convicted of murder, we'll be good. We all right. They gave that boy, some black boy, 45 years for fucking killing a dog, or a police dog. They found it odd one day he don't jog with her. That girl's father was way... Exactly. I did see that part. That everybody said that it was odd that that was the one day the father didn't jog with her. And whatever. And then the fact that he's the one that found her. Like, it's all crazy. And Amber's defense team wants to appeal. Yeah, and I already told y'all about that shit. I've been saw the judge laying down grounds for appeal. So she may not get anything. And somebody else was telling me, I don't know, I'm not too sure about this one. Somebody was telling me in Texas law, if it's under 10 years, then you don't have to serve time while you're waiting on your appeal. You could be free while you're waiting on your appeal. I'm not too sure about that, because I distinctly remember the newscasters saying that is not possible. But I don't know, maybe I heard it wrong, or maybe it is. It has to be maybe it's the 10-year mark or whatever, because at the time I'm sure the news reporters thought she was going to get more than 10 years. So, yeah. Don't forget how much time the girl got for shooting the warning shots. Absolutely, and never hurt anybody. She never hurt anybody. Shit, they was trying to, Troy Ave talking about how they was trying to throw the book at him, and he picked up somebody else's gun. That's what he says anyway. He says somebody was shooting at him, and he picked up somebody else's gun and shot it. That's what I'm quoting from him. You know what I'm saying? And they was trying to throw the book at him, like all these different situations. And now we and this is what I mean, like all my St. Lucians, I hope y'all, you know what I'm saying? Like this is nothing personal on St. Lucians, but the truth of the matter is the mother said it on the fucking news thing. She was like, I'm gonna go home. I'm going home. So y'all fucking shit up for us, and we gotta stay. We live here. We live here. ADOS, we don't have nowhere to go. We have to make this shit work. We got to fight here. We got to figure this shit out here because we ain't got nowhere to fucking go. I don't have a dual passport. That's it. And where I'm like, I can't. I've also gotten a couple of messages recently about us, you know, waving our American flags or whatever. Well, what the fuck else are we supposed to wave? Like, I mean, shit, that's who we are. Everybody else is proud of what country they're from. Why the fuck we can't proud of who the fuck we are? Now, we may not be proud of the colonizers that you know what I'm saying, or the white supremacy that's here, but there's two Americas. There's white America and there's black America, and we've been here a long fucking time. Shit, we've been here before white America. So yes, I'm American, and I'm not going to be ashamed of the fact that I'm American, because to be ashamed of the fact that I'm American would be ashamed of my grandmother, my grandfather, my great-grandmother, my great-great-grandfather, and I'm not ashamed of who the fuck I am. Now, me personally, I prefer the American flag that's made out of red, black, and green, because I feel like that's a distinction. That's like, to me, that signifies black America, in my opinion. So that's when I go on, you know, Labor Day, and I jump and I wave and I jump and I wave, I have the red, black, and green American flag. But I am American. If you can be proud of where the fuck you're from, I'm not saying that you shouldn't wave your flag. Oh, you're in America now, don't wave your flag anymore. I'm not telling you that. I'm telling you, wave your shit. Be proud of who the fuck you are. And I'm going to be proud of who the fuck I am. And I'm going to wave my shit. And these fucking people, these fucking, oh my God, what the hell, the language and the vulgarity that I want to use right now, because I'm from Brooklyn and my mouth is terrible. So you know what, I'm mad today. We just gonna use it. The Jeans are a bunch of white dick sucking motherfuckers, and I don't want anything to do with them. Like, they came here, sat there, did all that fucking, I don't even know what the fuck that is, shucking and jiving on the stand. And now you leave us to deal with the consequences. You left the witnesses to deal with the fucking consequences. And now you're going to get back on a fucking plane and go back to St. Lucia and eat fucking mangoes. I love mangoes, by the way. That's why I said that shit. But, yes, you're going to, go home and live in tropical shit. And now we got to deal with the ramifications of fucking people feeling like they could come in our house and kill us in our drawers eating ice cream. And that shit is fucking unacceptable. That shit is fucking unacceptable. You out for self, then you be for self. We should have nothing cut off. You that type of person, you out for self, you out for dolo, fine. We turn our backs on you like Stacey Dash. Now she need a fucking public defender. For those of y'all who don't know what I was talking about when I said Stacey Dash, I'm sure you do, but just in case you don't. Stacey Dash. Why the fuck? I'm just realizing where the hell this shit is taking me. Whatever. Anyway, yeah. So Stacey Dash she was a decent actress. She was like a B-list actress, maybe, from the 90s or whatever. We liked her in the 90s and Clueless and all that shit. all of a sudden, Stacey Dash, I don't know, she lost her goddamn mind. She started working for Fox News and saying all kind of crazy shit about black people, how we don't need BET and our own awards, and I don't know, some dumb shit. I try not to remember dumb airhead bullshit like that. She said some dumb shit. So then we we shunned her. Then Fox fired her, and I can't, who is it? Let me try to think. Who says this? I think it's Jason Black. Jason Black always says that white supremacy breaks its toys after it finishes with it. So Stacey Dash was a toy for white supremacy on Fox News, and when they got finished with her fucking ass, they fired her. So now she don't got no fucking money, and now black people don't want to touch her with a 10-foot fucking pole. So then she decided she's gonna marry this white man, and watch Lovely T's break down, because that's how I learned this. Then she decided she was going to marry this white man, this white lawyer, and I guess he has like 3 kids already, and she married him within like a couple months or some shit. So they get married. I guess they get into an argument. The kids start telling her all kind of crazy shit, like you ain't no good actress, you don't have no good job, and crazy shit about her career. She said that wasn't true. They were saying all kind of crazy shit, and the her face. So she pushed the daughter out of her face, and then she called and then the husband put her in a headlock because she pushed his daughter. The husband put her in a headlock, and then she called the police. I don't know how she got out the headlock, but she got out the headlock and called the police. And then the police came and arrested her black ass. And then on the arrest warrant, it had the nerve to fucking, on the arrest paperwork or whatever, it had the nerve to say she was white. She is like maybe my complexion, maybe a smidge darker, definitely not lighter. She's definitely not lighter than me. She's like my complexion or darker. And she out here talking about she white.
Girl, you got time. Exit left.
Yeah, you was white when they locked your ass up. They came, and so her husband, she said that her husband being a lawyer coached the kids on what to say when the police got there. So they locked her ass up. So now she, with domestic violence cases, even if the person wants to drop the charges on you, they really can't. The state pursues to press charges. So, and that's what's happening in her case. The state is pursuing charges against her, so she needs a fucking lawyer. She said she don't have no money. She needs a public defender. This girl was on Fox News, and now she needs a public defender. And that's what we should do to Botham Jean's entire fucking family. Just ignore them. White supremacy always breaks its tools when it finishes. That shit is gonna come. That's the thing. See, I want y'all to look at two different situations, right? Botham, no matter how loving, no matter how sweet, no matter how kind Botham was, right? He wasn't looking. He didn't have no. They say, don't start none, won't be none. Botham didn't start none. Botham was the most unassuming in his fucking drawers eating. I mean, it doesn't get more docile than a grown man in his drawers sitting on the couch eating ice cream. It doesn't get much more docile than that. Okay? In your drawers, eating ice cream in your own fucking house, right? So, that goes to show you whether you want a problem with white supremacy or not, white supremacy got a problem with your black ass. Whether you call yourself ADOS, Trinity, St. Lucian, Martinique, wherever you from, Haitian, wherever you from, whatever you call yourself, white supremacy has a problem with you. Whether you belong to the Nation of Islam, whether you just Muslim but not in the nation, whether you are Christian, whether you're Baptist, Protestant, Whether you're Jew, Gentile, whatever the fuck you are, white supremacy has a fucking problem with you. Whether you're woke, whether you're asleep, whether you only care about getting the fucking bag, whether you're about sticking together, whether you're about unity, whatever the fuck you're about, white supremacy has a problem with you. Okay? No matter if you got $1 in your account or $1 billion in your account, white supremacy has a problem with you. Whether you live in the fucking hood, okay? See, Botham didn't live in the areas with the candy paint and the lean. He didn't live in the area where they got that heat in the trunk. He didn't live in those areas. Okay? I was listening to some of the testimony. I was re-listening to some of the testimony again today. And this man said, I can't remember which one it was. Well, one of the people who testified, they asked him, I think it was the black teacher. They asked him, what was your first thoughts when you heard the gunshots? And he said, I paid all this money in rent to hear gunshots. So them apartments wasn't cheap, okay? So you can take your money, you can make your bag, you can move out of the fucking hood, you can leave all of the niggas behind, you can make your money, you could travel abroad.
Right now.
Make your money, leave all the niggas behind, have your nice deluxe apartment in the sky high, and white supremacy will still have a problem with you. Okay, now that I said that, right? Feel that for a minute. Shit. Yeah, I think I went the right way. I'm making sure I went the right way. I'm still focused on what I'm saying.
Keep left.
Keep left. Keep left. Okay. Yeah.
Half a mile.
So, let's live in that. Let's feel that for a moment. Let's feel that for a moment. That's fucking scary. It's really scary. Let's be real adults. Real adults are honest. Okay? Fucking children pretend like the reality isn't reality. Fucking children make shit up when the truth is right in front of them. Fucking children don't face facts. Adults face facts. Alright? We are adults. Okay?
Right now.
Now let's live in that. The fact that white supremacy has a problem with you no matter where you are in the globe, no matter how much money you fucking make, you can't buy your way out, you can't fucking move your way out, you can't fucking jump, dribble, or catch a ball your way out, you can't run your way out, you can't fucking, you can't fuck a white girl on your way out, you can't fuck a white man on your way out of this fucking war. So now that we know that, now that I've said that, let's live in how that feels. It hurts, right? It's fucking scary to think about the fact that white supremacists can walk in your fucking house and blow you away. It's fucking scary. It's fucking terrifying. It is. Just admit that to yourself. Once we start admitting that to ourselves, our brains will start looking for a fucking solution. But if you sit here and pretend like there's no fucking problem, you're never gonna figure out a fucking solution. You can't bury this in the sand, and we can't bury it under the rug. You know, our previous generations, I talk about this with my mom all the time. My parents are southern, okay? My mother's from Louisiana. My father's from South Carolina. Okay? I'm country. All right? So, my mother, growing up, I don't know what it is. I always had this fascination with slave movies. And it wasn't necessarily slavery that I had a fascination. It was a fascination to know about my people. I've always had this love of history and these questions, burning questions. So I would watch these movies to try to understand, empathize, get in the mindset, figure out what that could be like, why it's like that. I'm weird like that. So like I used to be, my mother, she was like, I will not watch that with you. She was not opposed to me watching it, but she was like, I physically can't watch it. She's like, I lived it.
We be rallying.
She said, I lived it, and I can't watch it again. I can't watch it. She goes, it brings back too many memories, and I don't even want to talk about it, much less watch it. Now, I understand how that can be. So we come up, like, my generation, we come from a lineage of people who didn't want to tell us what the fuck happened before. And I'm not blaming them. I'm not blaming them because the psychological damage that you go through. My mom telling me stories of her being a fucking toddler and she remembering black people going missing. They were either fed to the alligators or run out of town. And then my mom is telling me memories she had at like 5. So I can't imagine the psychological damage that does to a person. So I'm not judging. But what I'm saying is that mindset gave us, I knew, with a false sense of that racism was over. Especially if you don't live in the South. I don't live in the South, so I can't really speak on that. But when you live in the North, you know, you kind of grow up. They kind of want to have you grow up thinking that racism isn't like, you know, they'll tell you, like my mom used to tell me like little things like, you know, about music or, you know, stuff like that. But they were like, you know, but it's all kind of things like things are in the past. Everything's in the past, in the past, in the past. And then crazy shit happens like Amadou Diallo. And then you're snapped into the reality of, yo, what the fuck does that mean? I'm confused. So, because our parents were busy trying to like keep it moving and keep it together, they didn't come up with a solution. A lot of them, and then the ones that weren't, the other ones weren't listening. Because we looking at Dr. Frances Cress Welsing now like she's the biggest brain we've ever heard in the entire world. But at the time, she was public enemy number 1. They kicked her out of Howard. I did not say Harvard. I said Howard. Do you know Howard University kicked out Dr. Frances Cress Welsing?
And then
now, I think later on, I think they might have brought her back because I know she lived in D.C. and she used to do like a lot of lectures and stuff in D.C. So I'm not sure if they got, you know, some kind of partnership later on. But I know that she was up for tenure right after she wrote the first paper and they denied her tenure and did not renew her contract. So, you know, and you got to think, it's our parents' generation that did that to her. And once again, I'm not judging. I'm just saying we now have the we have hindsight, which is 2020. We now have the luxury of hindsight, which is 2020. And we can't walk around pretending like white supremacy is not scary. We can't. We have to face our fears and push through and figure out a fucking way out of this shit. And I know step 1 ain't hugging a motherfucking murderer. That damn sure ain't step 1. I may not know what the fuck step 1 is, but I know that damn sure ain't it. Damn sure ain't it. Like, I don't understand. I'm still shocked by the fact that she was sitting there hugging. He was sitting. still shocks me. I'm still disgusted by it. How much more time do I got? I got like 10 more minutes, guys. Let me know. I might get back on live on my ride home. Hi, Zoe. Well, so damn sure isn't. It isn't. It isn't. Like, you gotta think. Let's break this problem down. Let's break some white supremacy down like some basic shit, okay? Let's say you have a bill that you can't afford to pay, right? No. Matter of fact, I got a better idea. Let's say you got a car note, right? That you can't afford to pay, right? If you just fucking throw all the notices away in the trash, they gonna come get your car. You gotta face that problem and figure out a fucking solution. The problem is you ain't got the money for the car note. You gotta either work some more shifts, pick up a second job, ask somebody to borrow the money, move money from another bill, rob Peter to pay Paul, don't pay this bill to pay that bill. You got to do something. You can't just close your eyelids and pretend that you don't have a car note that you need paid. And so why, if we don't do that with something as small as or small, big, whatever, as a car note, why in the hell would we do this with white supremacy? That's why they go around and we are constantly reacting all the time. Reacting. We're not planning. The reason why I started this Instagram is because, I see things sometimes, and then what I don't see, other people I listen to see that you guys may not listen to. So then I try to spread what they told, what they're talking about to you. What I don't see, what my third eye don't catch, somebody else's third eye will. So that's the whole reason. But I did this so I could show you things ahead of time. So you could do something. So you could prepare. So you could get your shit together. I fucking knew that one of those, I thought it was Bunny. I was scared for Bunny, but it wasn't Bunny. It was the wrong one. I feel a little guilt about that, like, yo, I didn't see the right one. I thought it was gonna be Bunny. And I was like, nah, we can't let that happen to her because, she was the girl. I thought they was going to go for the softest target first, but see, Bunny, let me tell you, the way Bunny move, Bunny ain't no, and I'm not saying that anybody else, but Bunny's third eye is open. I felt that through the video. I could feel her energy. Bunny's third eye is open. Bunny is fucking brilliant. I don't think y'all really understand how fucking brilliant that sister is. Y'all don't understand. She said that she forced the news. I have never heard of that before from a regular person. She said she forced the news to agree that they could only air the interview unless she approved of it first. That shit's fucking brilliant. I wish I had thought of that when I was at the nail shop. I wish I had thought of that shit. I just didn't do no fucking, I did very few interviews if you weren't black. I did very few interviews because I didn't trust the way you was gonna chop and screw my shit. Have my shit sounding like, you know what I'm saying, some Houston rap, so, like, she's brilliant. So I think she's hiding. But we've been donating. I've been paying attention to her GoFundMe. Like, that shit is going up, and I'm so thankful to you guys for, like, donating to her. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Styles, what is it? I can't see. Styles C. That Bunny is not her real name. I'm telling you, she's fucking brilliant. This girl is brilliant. And that's why I have full confidence that I hope that we can donate and it amounts to a bag. I hope this girl gets a bag. And I feel like the reason why I want her to get a bag is because I know she's smart. I know she's not gonna fucking do some dumb shit like go buy fucking jewelry or a car. You know what I'm saying? She's gonna set herself up. She's gonna make sure she's safe. Like, yo, Bunny's brilliant. That's a brilliant sister there. And everybody should learn from that. Learn from that. Don't agree to an interview with the news unless they agree that you have to fucking approve it before they air it. They never aired the interview because she never approved it. God damn. I was like, shit, that's smart. That boy was so sweet on the stand. Man, he's a man, but he was so sweet on the stand. Talking about Botham singing and shit, and he like teared up, and you know, he's just a real dude, like, that kid's no more. And where are the jeans? They on Dr. fucking Phil! The goddamn family, they doing their press circuit tour. While motherfuckers is dying in these streets, they doing a press tour. A fucking love and, what is it? Light and reconciliation fucking tour. Going around jerking up all the white people in America. Yes, huh? Yes, white people. Yes, good white people. Let me jerk you off today. Yes, everything is great. We forgive you, jerk, jerk, jerk. I forgive you, I forgive you, I forgive you. Fuck y'all, man. No. That's what they doing. They going on a white dick sucking tour. Let me drop to my fucking knees.
Exit right. Right now.
Shit, I missed my exit.
Keep right. And then keep right.
You know what I'm saying? It's just disgusting. So what? How are they paying you for these talk shows? They paying you for these talk shows? You making money?
Keep right. Hold up, girl. We confused. We be rallying. Hold up, girl. We confused. We be rallying.
I'm so fucking disgusted. Not even 24 fucking hours!
A whole mile, girl. Exit right.
Bunny is the young lady that took the video of Amber Geiger after she came out lying and talking about how she was rendering aid and shit. Bunny released the video and it showed her walking back and forth in the apartment and everything. If you look at her name is in the title of one of my videos. It says support Bunny. If you look at one of my old videos, you can see her portions of her interview. Yeah. I'm just...
Quarter of a mile, girl. You got time.
That shit is so sad. Oh. Yeah. My Waze directions is on sale. It's only $1. For my Waze directions, you can buy it at Brooklyn.com. That's BREUCKLEEN.com. I know, I never even, you know, I feel weird. I never,
turn left.
What the hell?
Right now. Turn
a
left.
motorcycle behind me.
And
the lights are weird.
Turn left.
Weirded me out a little bit. But yeah, I never like promote my own shit. I know. I'm terrible.
Turn left.
But is the shit I talk about, I just feel weird about promoting my own shit at the same time. DM you what? The Waze directions? Or the link? Yeah, it's me. It's actually me in the directions. It's a male and a female version. Yeah, everybody, even my mother laughs at it, at the directions and stuff. But yeah, I'm just, the things I talk about, I feel weird about promoting, you guys know how I feel. Like, I never gave out my Cash App. I never gave out anything, It's quite persistent. And I still be ignoring it. That's the problem. That's how I just missed my damn exit. But it's so I don't know. I don't have the answer. I do teach Tuesdays every 2 weeks. Oh, Cleese, what do you teach on Tuesdays every 2 weeks? We need to get out of our comfortability in America. That I agree with. And who is it?
Turn left.
Who is it? Was it Neely Fuller? Give me a second. Was it Neely Fuller? I think it was Neely Fuller that was saying something about, it's soft white supremacy, refined, that's what it's called. Refined white supremacy. Technology Tuesdays. Okay, put up your website, or was it YouTube? Is it Cleese Report YouTube? Yeah, I definitely need tech help.
Right now. Turn left.
But yeah, so he says that refined white supremacy, and this is why I like to put people straight in my videos, because I hate to misquote people, but I'm gonna do my best right now. So he said that
turn left.
White supremacy back in the day used to be them calling you niggas to your face and all this kind of stuff, beating you and stuff. And now, they prefer, gentrification and the justice system and things like that. And so, it's not as in our faces. So we think that it's different, And in actuality, it's still white supremacy. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, what does it matter? It's still the same. And what does it do the next time I do my Tech Tuesday? Okay, well, let's DM about that. Because my work schedule is crazy. But yeah, I wouldn't mind that love, It's all love, please. I would love to do that. But yeah, so it's just crazy. And like I said, this isn't to disparage people from St. Lucia. Or people that aren't from here. It's just the fact that they're leaving. And they're leaving us here to deal with this mess. And I had no idea the mess would start so fast. I'm American. My parents are from the South. I grew up in Brooklyn now. So, I love soca. But I'm American. My parents are Southern. I'm real Southern. Neck bones Southern. Gravy in my grits Southern, okay? People talking about sugar and salt. Nigga, I like gravy from last night's dinner in my grits, okay? That's how Southern I am, okay? That's country as fuck, and I know it, and I don't give a shit. If I'm gonna eat grits, which I don't eat grits that much anymore because I try not to eat white flour, white sugar, white rice, and grits would be included in that. But yeah, I try not to eat grits, but when I do eat grits and eggs, I want gravy in my grits. Okay, so I have to run in here and run an errand real fast. If you guys are around, but cheese grits, I'm lactose intolerant, so I grew up not eating like a lot of cheese, like maybe a cheeseburger, but that like I couldn't have large amounts of cheese. Well, E-Styles, do I know you personally? That name looks familiar. I'm not sure, but I'm open to all forms of African culture. You know, I love learning about history. I love learning about people's cultures. And I learn about people's cultures from talking to people. To me, that's the best way to learn about people's cultures. But I grew up in Brooklyn. And to be specific, I grew up in East Flatbush. And I was the only American all the time. All the time. So, you know, Caribbean culture was all around me. I was immersed. I grew up immersed in Caribbean culture. Completely, utterly immersed. The only place that Caribbean culture was in my house, like directly in my house. But then my neighbors had their parties and their speakers was big as the front door anyway. So the soca music and the calypso music came in my house anyway. So, you know, for me, I grew up on like beef patties and curry and, you know, and West Indian culture and everything. So, of course, I embrace everybody. Like, this is no, just because but hey, that's what I want you guys to understand. There are some people who are quite harsh about the way they say things, but you guys know I'm not really that. I'm not that. I'm only harsh when it's absolutely necessary, and like with Botham Jean's family. But you know, as far as reparations is concerned, yeah, as ADOS, we need our reparations. Oh, I know Haitian food. I eat black rice, and my favorite thing is soup joumou. If January 1st come around and somebody don't put my soup joumou to the side, I'm upset, okay? I must have my soup joumou, you know? And I have people that are very close to me that are from a lot of different islands. Like, my family, family I chose. Not family that's blood, but family that I chose, you know, are West Indian. So, but like I said, but when it comes to reparations, I need my reparations. And the reason why I don't go hard on West Indians because my friends understand why we need reparations. My friends don't say crazy shit like and call me an Akata. I never heard that term until recently. So I don't know people that act like that. So I don't have to go hard like that because I know West Indians who aren't like to me, I feel like Botham Jeans, I don't think that they're the rule for West Indians. That's why I said I feel like all black people living in America because West Indians living in America. Let me tell you something. Y'all know that white supremacy don't know the difference between you and me. They don't know that I'm waving an American flag and you waving a Jamaican flag or a Vinci flag or a Dominica flag, a flag from Dominica. Like, they don't know. They don't know any of that. All they know is they see you as a black person. So all black people in America need to be upset at Botham Jean's family because you just gave them a license. You said it was okay. That's just all right. You could do that to us and we're just going to forgive you. And all of us here should be upset about that. Because don't forget, Botham Jean was not ADOS. They didn't know who the fuck he was, where the fuck he was, whether he had an accent or not. They didn't know shit. Yeah, once your skin is black, they attack. Absolutely, that's what I'm saying. Like, you can't escape this white supremacy. So all of us should be upset about that. All of us should be upset about it, about how they are handling this situation, living in here in New York. Living here in the United States. All of us should be upset. But I gotta run. I gotta take care of this errand. I'm gonna come back though, okay? I'm gonna come back. And like, give me 20 minutes. God. Shit. I'm not from any island other than New York. Hold on, I feel like the camera is kind of blurry. Hold on. I'm trying to wipe off the camera. I can't find my shirt. Alright. Okay, yeah. Much cleaner. Sorry, guys. Now I can't find the charger. Here it is. Okay. Yes, now we're together. Alright, we're good. Yeah, I'm Southern. My family's Southern. I was born in New York. So, I'm from the island of New York City. Yes, I talked about that when I got on live a few minutes. I read the article. I'm very... We gotta do a better job of protecting each other. But how can we when the majority, I don't want to say the majority, but it just seems like, well, not really. Let me rephrase that. Because, you know, sometimes when people have differing opinions, it, like, stands out. But the majority of you guys agreed with me and what I said. But there was a couple of, you know, super Christians who were not very happy. But the funny part about it is they wouldn't forgive me, though. Isn't that interesting? The Christians were mad at me because of what I said, but they don't want to forgive me for what I said, though. Interesting. But they forgive a murderer. But what I said was unforgivable. That's unforgivable. So, I just find that interesting. Whatever. I don't need their forgiveness. Okay? I don't need your forgiveness. I'm good. Somebody was like, I'll pray for you. Please don't. Because if your God got you sitting here forgiving Amber Geiger, don't ask him nothing for me. Okay? I don't want nothing to do with that. Alright? And okay, let's talk Christianity for a moment. You know, there were times when Jesus asked the disciples, who in here has money and who in here got weapons? Okay? When he went to the temple and he saw that people were, you know, selling shit and stuff like that at the temple, he went in there, he was slapping all that shit off the fucking table. Okay? So, don't sit here, I hate the fact that y'all try to sit here and act like the Jesus that y'all claim that y'all serve is so passive. He was not that passive. The Martin Luther King, y'all want to talk about the non-violent Martin Luther King. Y'all don't want to talk about the Martin Luther King that realized, holy shit, I have integrated my people into a burning house. I have a problem when you want to use religion as the coward's way out, and that's the way it seems right now. I don't want to talk bad about y'all because, you know, I grew up in the church. You know, and I'm absolutely 100% positive that I have relatives that I'm not going to agree with on this issue. I'm letting you know right now. I'm absolutely positive. And that's why I didn't even have the conversation with them. Because I know we ain't going to see eye to eye. I'm not about that fucking passive, you know, fuck me over, and I turn the other cheek and let you fuck me over again. I'm not about that kind of Christianity or any type of religion for that fucking matter.
Continue straight, girl.
I'm not with it. So no. Don't use Christianity as a reason not to do nothing. You know, we're just waiting on Jesus to come back. You know, like I know all the sayings. Like I said, I grew up in the church. I've read the Bible cover to cover a couple of times, like literally twice. So I know the Bible. He said, I'm not going to say, I hope you die like my brother did. Right. He said, I'm not going to sit here and say that I hope you rot. Let's keep that. Don't forget that part. He said, I'm not going to sit here and say that I hope you rot and die like my brother did. He said, I don't want that. He goes, I don't even want you to go to jail.
Continue straight, girl.
You know, something just hit me. That's why I got quiet. That is not our God. Their God is not going to forgive her ass yet. I can't get with that. I can't get with that, and I don't believe that, you know, you're not supposed to go around picking fights and stuff like that. No. But I do not believe that you're supposed to let people kill you in your drawers while you sitting on the fucking couch eating ice cream in your own goddamn apartment when you got a fucking lease in your goddamn name where you write the check every fucking month to pay your goddamn rent. A bitch could just roll up in your shit while you chilling, watching TV, your favorite show, eating your favorite ice cream, and blow your ass, put two in your fucking chest. But, like I said, I just had a thought, and, you know, maybe Botham's family really was threatened, because they sure took care of dude really fast. Like, that shit, I mean, god damn. And maybe that's why they doing this shit, but
Exit right.
if you can't stand up for your own brother, I don't know. Right, they telling us publicly, absolutely. General says we're at war and they're telling us publicly. I absolutely believe that. Hold on, let me make sure I'm not exit. But yeah, they're publicly telling us that, you know, we're at war. And that's the thing. Like, how much clearer can it get? And niggas is still sitting there talking about, you know, he's such a, you know how much courage, somebody tell me that. Do you know how much courage it took for him to do that? No, to me that didn't take no fucking courage. None whatsoever. That was the coward and the easy way out. That is the easy way out. If I sit here and act docile, you know what I'm saying, everything will be okay. That was the easy way out. The hard way out would have been to sit there and be like, hell no, I don't forgive you. Fuck your life. Fuck your life. I hope you go to jail. I hope you rot in jail. Even if he didn't even have to say that he wanted her to die. You could have just said, I hope you rot in jail.
Keep left.
But no, you don't even, he was like, I don't even want you to go to jail. And you heard the jury. The jury specifically said that that's why they didn't want to fucking give her a sentence of more than 10 years, because they felt like he would have forgiven her. And the truth of the matter is, he would have. Him and the family, you know, fucking fruit don't fall far from the fucking tree, okay? So all that fruit the same. And they know him better than anybody. They are probably correct that he probably would forgive them. It's just sad. It's just sad. And this man had the courage to stand up there and tell the truth about it. That's what y'all do. That's how y'all leave people. And like I said, y'all well, he already talked. Oh, you mean Botham? That's why they killed Botham or let him die, because they didn't, she didn't try to help him or nothing. She took one. She gave a little CPR. Anybody who's ever taken a CPR class in your life, you already know you are instructed to break ribs. That's how vigorous and how much force they want you to give chest compressions when you give CPR. There's no such thing as a little CPR. Unless you're talking about a baby. A literal baby. There's no such thing in the fucking world as a little CPR. Not if you know what the fuck you're doing. And she's trained to know what she's doing. I thought that shit was so crazy in the case too. How one side of their fucking neck they talking about what a good cop she was, and how trained she was, and how she was a natural, and all this kind of shit. And the other side of their fucking neck they trying to say she didn't know what the fuck apartment she was in. Yo, which one is it? How you gonna be a good cop, but you didn't notice what floor you were on? That's the whole point of being a police officer. You supposed to notice every fucking thing. You supposed to see every fucking thing. That is your fucking training. You mean to tell me that you didn't even fucking know that you got up on the wrong fucking floor? Damn door, how the fuck did you open the door? Open the door and you didn't realize? Like, I was listening to, I think that one was that Jason Black or Professor Black Truth? I always mix them up, I'm sorry. Their voices sound similar. But, I can't remember which one it was, but I was listening to, matter of fact, I should try to look it up. Let me see. Because it was tonight. The Black Authority. So, I think that's, shit, I confuse them sometimes. Yeah. I think that's Professor Black Truth. Yes. Yes, that's Professor Black Truth, yeah. So, yeah, I was listening to Professor Black Truth, and he was breaking down the way the apartments looked on the inside. And he was talking about how Amber Geiger has like an island, like a table, like right as you come in the door. So it kind of like separates the room. Those of you that, know a little bit about decoration, she had an island like right at the door, so you could kind of have a separation between the entryway and the actual living room, right? But both of them did not have that. He didn't have that table, so it was just like you just walk in, and his couch was like all the way at the end of the couch. So she knew immediately that she was in the wrong apartment. She didn't hit the table. She knew immediately. I don't believe she was on drugs. I believe that shit was a fucking hit. I don't know why they targeted him, but that shit was a hit. And then she hit him center mass. Come on, y'all that go to the gun range. Y'all know that shit. That was a hit. She hit him square in the fucking heart. Y'all believe that dumb shit? She was on drugs. She was sexting. She was this, she was that. No, she knew what the fuck she was doing. She knew how she was in. She was coming for him. I just don't know why. Now, what's really interesting to me, something that I noticed, and I don't know if this means anything, but I remember that they said that the mother works for gas electric, water, and power. She works for the municipalities or whatever they fucking call it in St. Lucia. I don't know. But I feel like that's what they call it here. She works in that department, like over there, right? She said that she used to work there full time, but ever since this happened, she does not work full time anymore, right? Now, hold on.
Exit right.
So, now if you guys watch the thing I did on the Bahamas, what's so interesting about the stories I did on the Bahamas, they weren't very popular on Instagram, but that shit went crazy. Well, for me, crazy. Like, you know, like I don't have like millions of followers or anything, but you know, it was just interesting to me that that one got the most. That was like one of the most viewed video I've ever had, was on one of the videos I had on the Bahamas. But I just find that interesting. But on YouTube, it was like nobody cared. Nobody gave a fuck. So I thought that was interesting. But anyway, on Instagram, I should say. On Instagram, nobody gave a fuck. But on YouTube, it went crazy. But remember in that video when I was talking about how, you know, all these places have oil and everything? Right now. And I played a clip of some voice notes that had gone viral talking about how there were medical ships coming to St. Lucia under the guise, and they were giving out vaccines under the guise of free health care. And so it was a West Indian woman. I can't make out what island she was from her accent, but she was basically telling people, you know, like, I live here in America. They don't give you shit for free. You know what I'm saying? Don't believe them.
Hold up, girl. Confused. We be routing.
Oh, shit. I think I did something wrong. Hopefully I won't be stuck in traffic because of it.
Have it.
Okay. I don't know which way it was trying to take me. But anyway, so basically, Harlem Strong, that's basically what the videos were about that I did on the Bahamas, it being a madman and why they did it and all that kind of stuff. But so yeah, so when I did that, like I said, I was putting up the voice notes. Hi, Nuestro, or Nestro, that's better, Nestro. So I was talking about the lady who was telling the people about the free healthcare. So I think it's very interesting that Botham mother works for a power company, because if you work for power, all that oil and everything is all connected. Oil, power, natural gas, whatever, that, you know, that's all connected. And I just find it really interesting that the mother works for that, and then the son was just blown away in his own apartment, minding his fucking business in his goddamn drawers, eating fucking ice cream, sitting on the couch watching TV. Now, like I said, I don't know if one has anything to do with the other, but I do, you know, certain information comes and then you just like tie it together. Now, it's just by chance that somebody sent me those WhatsApp voice notes, because that wasn't even on. Hi, Audrey, did my Audrey Nail Sweet 50. Sorry, you changed the name, but that's my nail tech, guys. That's my nail tech. And she does a wonderful job. She's been doing my friends and everything too. But anyway, back to what we were talking about. So it just, you know, it's by chance that, you know, somebody sent me these, because why would it get sent to me? Because, you know, I'm an American and I live in America. But it's just by chance that somebody sent that to me. And I was just like, and so when I heard that, when I was listening, because some of the testimony I was able to listen to live, right? And the mother's testimony I listened to live. I did not see the brother live. I had turned it off by then. But the mother I did watch live. And I was like, what she said she worked for again? It was like I heard that in my head. The record come back. And I was like, okay. And then I thought about it. Because I had already thought about the fact that, you know, he was from the same place that I had heard these voice notes about. So, I don't know. It's just interesting. You know, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what that means. But Lord.
Half a mile. Keep left.
I think it's connected. I definitely think it's connected. But because that layout, it just, none of that shit makes any sense. None of that shit makes any sense. I'm sorry. None of it. The teacher, the same dude who was like, oh, you know, I pay all this money in rent, I shouldn't be hearing gunshots. The teacher was, he was talking about how just crazy the whole situation was, and the defense attorney was trying to pick his whole testimony apart. He kept having to say, but I said that already, but I said that already, but I said that already. Like, it's it's all a lot and too much right. But it seems that, like, you know, I was reading the comments. Yeah, my greatest enemy, we're already talking about that. I read the article in the first live that I did. So yeah, that's why I'm on live pretty much, because I would have just drove home today. But sometimes, you know, I realize that sometimes when things like that happen, you know, you want to process them with somebody that has a like mind. And since I did have this long drive to my destination and in my long drive home, I figured that, you know, we could spend this time together trying to just, like, I don't even want to say make sense of it all, because we can't. We cannot make sense of it all. But just, I don't know, comfort each other, I guess. Comfort each other. This is just the beginning. And let me tell you some of the things that we need to be doing. All right? Water. We all need to find the way. Remember, I did the thing on New Jersey and water. Okay? Now that you guys are saying that, let's talk about some solutions. What we need to do to prepare ourselves to get our shit together. Okay? You guys need to be saving money. You
Right
need
now.
to be paying off your bills. This is not the time to make new debt. This is not the time to make new debt. They're talking about, like, that this country might go into a recession because of all the fucked up fuckery that Trump is doing, and God knows what the fuck else is about to happen. Okay? So that's number one. We all need to be trying to pay off our debts as much as we can, because you don't want to enter a recession in debt, because you'll be able to hold on longer. God forbid things, you know, don't work out the way you want them to work out. You need to not have to pay things off, not already be in the hole. You understand what I'm saying? That's what they're saying. Another thing that you need to do, like I said, when it comes to this water, I'm at a point now where I don't trust this water. I feel like they're trying to kill us all with the fucking water, okay? We need to be buying those water filters, because water filter is something that, okay, so I posted the one that is for when the world is like regular, like right now, where you can order things online and it's not a problem, right? And that filter is like $250. I use a whole setup. I got the links to how you set it up and everything. You know, that's something that we need to be purchasing because, like I said, you know, if they're going to start exterminating us, the water is going to be, and it's so easy to do. All you have to do is leave out that one component and you have lead in the water. So I feel like we need to be getting our water filters. We need 2 filters. You need the filter that's for when the world is regular, like right now, where we can order the filters online and everything. And you need another one. I saw this one where it's like it has you make it, so you get like a copper piping, and then you kind of make it into a coil, and then you know the steam goes up in the coil and then cools down in the coils, and then that's how you make distilled water, and everything that's all the impurities is what's left where in the original place where you're making the steam. Now, I think that it's imperative for us to have that water filtration system as well, because you want something in case
right now,
you know, there's a situation where you can't order things online. You know, whether there be you don't have digital banking, or whether it be there's no, you know, delivery, you know, like whatever. It could be like, you know, it doesn't have to be like a Walking Dead situation, but it just could be a situation where, you know, maybe UPS is on fucking strike. Remember, the government shutdown, that meant we had no postage. Remember, guys? All the postal workers did not work during the government shutdown, okay? So, you know, you want to think about things like that. You don't want to have something as important as your water contingent on whether the internet is up and running, in my opinion. Another thing, get your Second Amendment on. I am working on it. That I don't want to get into too many details about until after some things are done. After I'm done, then I'll tell you what I did to do them. But I don't want to talk about it until after I do it. All right? Until that way I can tell you straight up facts for all of us living in New York City. I want to have facts for us, okay? So let's wait on that. But if you don't live in New York City, y'all should already have y'all shit. And if you don't have your shit, get your shit.
Police reported ahead.
Okay? We need to be getting that together. Okay? Another thing, we need to be, you know, just getting prepared. Having a stockpile of water. Nothing crazy. Just something that'll last you for like a week or two. You know what I'm saying? A stockpile of bottled water, because you got your water filters, so you'll be able to drink water for anywhere, as long as you have those filters. You can drink any water. You can drink water from a puddle outside if you have those filters. So you'll be good on that. But stockpile water, dry foods that you like pancake mix, you know, rice,
girl. Keep left.
pasta, noodles, soup, you know, something like that. You know, start just having a surplus of these things in your house. You know, batteries on hand. Get some type of like I have like a thing that's supposed to jump the car, and so that can give me power for a little while, right? But I also, what I do want to get though, in addition to that, I want to get like just those cheap little things, like I see it on like those little Chinese sites and stuff. A solar power thing to power your phone, with the solar thing. I want to, you know, invest in that, like something like that I could like charge the battery packs. You know, start getting like, you know, like terabyte things of information, downloading your favorite lectures, your favorite books. your favorite movies, you know what I'm saying? Start downloading it on a little tiny, like, little flash drive, not flash drive, a little pocket hard drive, like a little terabyte hard drive. So, you know, in case the internet goes down, you still have like, I have certain exercise videos I like, you know, whatever. You still have access to your favorite, you know, stuff. Another thing, let's see. They say that try to get in with a credit union. They say that if something goes wrong with the bank, that credit unions, your money will be safer in a credit union than it is in a regular bank. I'm thinking. Oh, like things like if you drink milk, I don't drink milk, but you know, like if you want powdered milk, if you want to keep that on hand, cereal is a good thing to keep on hand, you know what I mean? Like whatever, if you eat that stuff. But maybe if you don't eat dairy milk, maybe powdered, there's powdered coconut milk and stuff like that, and you know, just dry things that you like to eat. You don't want to buy like a case of fucking beans and you don't like beans. You know what I'm saying? So you want to buy a lot of things that you like to eat. Let's see what else. These are just random thoughts that I'm having to, like, you know, kind of get myself prepared, because real talk, it's getting real. It's getting real. Like, and I was talking to somebody in my DMs, and they was telling me about this healthy families 2020 shit. Now, I had heard about it. Well, it doesn't have to be cereal. It could be oatmeal, whatever. I mean, just something. I agree that cereal is poison, you know, for various reasons. Even if they didn't have the actual chemicals in the cereal, the fact that it's made with white flour and sugar is poison in itself. But, you know, I'm just saying, look, in the apocalypse, who knows what you're going to have to eat. You may have to eat cereal. Flares, guns, lighters. I saw this video on YouTube about how to make a little heater thing out of, it was like an old paint can, a roll of toilet paper, and alcohol. I think it was like 90% alcohol. So those are all really cheap things to have. You want to have like different types of toilet paper in case you have to leave. That was a really interesting video I watched, and I was like, damn, that makes a lot of fucking sense. Because you don't want to be catching infections, you know what I'm saying? Because things aren't clean. And they had these little discs, they were like that small, like the size of a quarter, maybe $1. I couldn't see it. I can't really tell because I didn't have it in my hand. But they looked small, and it was like a paper towel for you to, you know, it was like a pill, and then you wet it a little bit, and then it expands, or it turns into a towel, whatever, and it spreads. And so I thought that was a really good idea to keep some of those in a gold. Like, and they said that's another thing. You got to have a gold pack, a book bag full of shit in case, you know, you got to leave with your passports. Like busted. When they was in Abaco, when I did the video on Abaco, alcohol wipes, yeah, that's a good one to try to, you know, kill infections, because alcohol wipes can save, and peroxide can save your life. You get a cut, and, you know, and just it catch an infection and stuff like that, you're fucked up. You know, the thing that I have Maximized, I don't know if he's on here, he probably isn't, but my friend Maximize, you know, he's putting me on and teaching me a lot about this stuff. And he was just like, you know, we're so far behind. He was like, I saw this video of this white girl. I mean, the training she was doing was just out of this world. with a guns, and it was like it was like a double dare obstacle course with fucking guns and shit. We not even on that. And I said, she's a girl. She's like a girl my size. It was crazy. So we ain't even get into that. You know, start learning basic and simple first aid. So, you know, chest compressions, CPR, how to take care of a wound, what to do for certain wounds, because in certain wounds you got to apply pressure, and other wounds where you have to cut off the circulation completely. You know what I mean? Like, you know, like learn how to do like shit like that. Shit, know how to sew a simple stitch. You may have to sew your clothes and sew up your skin. You never know.
Oh, my girl.
Like just little shit like that. Like we need to really start like getting our shit together, because right now we have the opportunity. We can't stick our heads in the sand and pretend like we're not seeing what the fuck is happening. The future is unfolding right now. The future is unfolding. Oh my God, the future is unfolding right now. Self-defense, yeah. But if you got your gun game on, you should be going to classes, not just, you know what my friend Maximize said? Maximize said that what he wished he had done instead of going to, he said he wished instead of going to the range and just practicing all the time and buying ammo and practicing and putting wear and tear on his firearms, he wishes he had taken more tactical classes. He said because he learned more in one tactical class than he did from hours and hours at the range. So, you know, in New Jersey, for all of us that live in New York, you know, gun for hire is really not that far. They're not black owned, but shit. At this point in time, we don't have a choice. And, you know, I'm not a...
Right now.
I like to represent for my people, and I like to promote. If I don't like to talk about products or anything that's not black owned, but this is a dire situation, we have to get ready. And gun for hire, it's a really good environment. Like I was a little nervous about going in there, but I was comfortable by the time I left. You know, they are very meticulous about watching you. You know, like. That's why if you look at the video I did on guns, you'll see that every time I shot in this particular clip, every time I shot the gun, I took my finger off the trigger and put it on the side of the gun. Because, you know, what would happen is, like, my friend that took me, he would talk to me, like, try to correct me, and I would still have my finger on the trigger. And they not playing, and I don't know how the hell they can see it, but they are trained to be able to see that shit, and they kept telling him, yo, she gotta stop, she has to stop, she can't do that. So in order to train myself to remember to take my finger off the trigger, I would take my finger every time I shot the gun. I'd take my finger off the trigger, then shoot it again, then take my finger off the trigger, and then shoot it again, take my finger off the trigger. So I would program my brain to do that shit automatically, because like I didn't want to get in trouble. I wanted to be able to follow the rules, because the rules are there to keep us safe. And shit, I want to be safe. I don't want to do nothing to nobody by accident. I don't give a fuck who the race is of the person. I don't want to do nothing to nobody by accident. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I'm not a fucking monster. So I'm like, yo, I just so that's why I was just taking my finger off the trigger all the time. So gun for hire, like I felt, and that made me feel safe, honestly. It made me feel safe. Like, they're on me, yes, but because I'm not following the rules. And, you know, and that made me feel safe that anybody else, they'll be on them too. So, you know, like, they definitely they're not playing with that. And they were on everybody. Whoever wasn't following the rules.
Turn left.
So, and so it was a nice, so I'm definitely going to be taking classes there. like, because you don't want to just buy a gun and did not know how to use it. You know what I'm saying? Or be, and not be knowledgeable about guns. You want to be knowledgeable about guns. That way it won't be as scary, and that way it's not as, and that way it can't be used against you. You want to be knowledgeable. But I'm not in combat at the range, so that's a totally different situation. I'm sure I won't forget to put my finger on the trigger if I was ever in a combat situation. But at the range, I was forgetting to take my finger off the trigger, and I needed to train my brain to do that so I could follow the rules. So, I'm sleepy. Like, I don't know, like hit me out of nowhere. I don't know. Sometimes that shit with the neighbor, that was really emotional, and that I was super. I don't think y'all realize. That's why I have to take a break sometimes. Like, let me turn down all that. It's carnival. It's really heavy. It's heavy. Talking about these things, editing these things, showing it to y'all all the time, knowing these things is heavy. It's heavy. And sometimes it's unbearable. Sometimes the weight of knowing what I know and then talking about it is unbearable. It's really hard. But Jesus is coming back. We're not waiting on Jesus to come back. I'm sorry. We can't wait on that. I do not think that is what we need to wait for. We need to do something about this. We cannot wait for that. You don't know when that's going to happen, if it's going to happen. What? You don't know. You don't know. And are you going to... We have been suffering for 400 years on this fucking land. Do you mean to tell me, are you going to wait another 400 for Jesus to come and save us? I'm just going to ask you that question. Or are you going to pray that God give you the strength to smite your enemy? Which one you gonna do? Like the fucking, y'all don't talk about the Bible? Like the Israelites. Are you going to pray that God give you the energy to smite your energy? To smite your enemy? So when are you gonna blow your ram's horn? I told you, I know that Bible. When are you going to blow your ram's horn? When are you going to blow the ram's horn of war here? There were times when there were lots of battles in the Bible. And in those battles, those people did not sit and wait. They prayed for the strength to smite their enemy. Are you going to wait 400 more? Because if you say you're going to wait 400 more, I'm going to question if you love your children. I question the love you have for your children. If you say you're going to wait for him to come to fix this, I question if you love your children, because you are that's who you are subjecting to this bullshit. Because after you are dead and gone, your children, your children's children, your children's children's children will be dealing with this shit if you don't do something now.
Half a mile. Turn left.
We are going fucking backwards. Don't y'all see that shit? Y'all waiting on Jesus? We going backwards. It's time for a different type of Christianity. Where is your Rams? I'm not going to tell you what religion that you should subscribe to or believe in or have faith in. I'm not going to, because I don't, look, I'm about all black people, and I'm definitely not about separating us according to religion. I'm about separating us according to who's going to fight white supremacy and who's not. That is the only separation I'm really about. Who's going to fight white supremacy with us and who the fuck is not? And whoever the fuck is not, fuck you and get the fuck out of our way. Fuck you, sit down and shut the fuck up in the corner and get the fuck out of our way while we tear this shit down. Don't fucking come and stop us from fixing this shit.
Right now.
Because you like sucking on white dick. That's not us.
Right.
That there's a lot of cowardness hiding behind Christianity.
Turn right.
If somebody, even I've listened to TD Jakes before. Even TD Jakes talk about shit. You can't press him too hard.
Right now. Turn left.
TD Jakes is a big ass black man. He'll let you know. I'm a preacher and all that, but don't try me. So why is it that everybody else don't try me? But in this situation, we gotta kiss and hug and forgive and suck their dick? Excuse my vulgarity, but I'm hot. I don't understand that. I don't understand. You got to, because that's what you do when you get down on, you getting down on your knees. You getting down on your knees and bowing to white supremacy and telling them that it's okay for how the fuck they treating us. And that's okay with you? So you telling me that Jesus wants you to sit here and die and you forgive them every time and then just keep dying? I thought he was supposed to have died so you didn't have to go through that. Right? I don't understand. It does. It does anger me. It definitely angers me. Because I'm confused. How many more hundreds of years? How many more hundreds of years? We have been forgiven and forgiven and forgiven. Like the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results. So blow the spiritual ram. Can you please blow the ram and wake up all your Christian compadres, please? And tell them to get the fuck out of my comments. And I said fuck. So forgive me. Forgive me for having a foul-ass mouth. You forgave Amber for being a fucking murderer. So forgive me for saying a 4-letter word that hurts your feelings. Get the fuck out of my comments. Talking that forgiveness shit. Now forgive me. Please forgive me. I'm so sorry. Forgive me. Y'all forgiving, right? It's so crazy. You can forgive Amber for blowing a nigga away in his goddamn underwear, sitting on the couch watching fucking TV, eating ice cream, but you can't forgive me because I said fuck you. The hypocrisy. The hypocrisy. Guess what? Fuck you. Guess what? Again, fuck you again. If you in my fucking comments, and I'm not talking about this particular, I'm not talking about you, Isaac, not you, I'm not saying fuck you, Isaac, but I'm saying, like, there was a couple of people, like, I had to block her, like, she was, like, really going in, and I didn't want to block. I don't like to block people that I've had good interactions with in the past. I don't like to, but I will. Don't fucking try me. Don't think because we've had good interactions in the past, I'm going to ever let you distract from my mission. My mission to wake up the soldiers, to get the soldiers, to get those that feel uncomfortable, to get the weirdos, us. And I'm including myself in that weirdo category, to get us. The ones that don't fit in with the conscious group, but the ones that's too conscious to fit in with the ratchet group. I want to wake us up. I want us to get together. My mission is for us to get together, to help us to see solutions, to help us, the ones that have that inkling that something isn't right, but I'm not exactly sure how to articulate what the fuck is wrong with this situation, but my melanin is tingling and I know it's not right. That is what my mission is. My mission is to help you, to give you the insight that I got that helped me to be where I'm at right now mentally. That is why I am constantly referring to the elders, and I don't really talk, I give y'all my opinion and shit, and I talk a little bit of shit, but I only talk shit to bring you in so you can watch them. I am the honey that makes the medicine go down. Ooh, my God. That is who I am. I am the honey. The honey face with the funny, funny accent, funny Brooklyn accent that's ridiculous, I know my accent's ridiculous. People make fun of me all the time, okay? I can't help it. I'm from Brooklyn. What you want me to do? And, I'm the honey that makes the elders' medicine go down. That's my whole mission. Like, I don't try to make it about me. It's not about me. It's about, you know what I'm saying? Like, I have said, like, Dr. Frances Cress Wilson, nigga. And she'd be mad that I said that. I'm sorry that I say the word nigga. But like I said, I'm in that group. I'm in the group where I'm not with the conscious people because I say the N-word still and I cuss like a fucking sailor and I still whine and go down, but I just don't do it on film. But at the same time, I'm not stupid enough to think that I'm gonna join with white supremacy. I know we gotta fight this fight. Shit, I may not know I don't know nothing about crystals, and I'm learning about African spirituality. I'm learning these things, but I know that we can't join with the white supremacists. I know that. I always knew that. Try to get some light here. I always knew that. And that's why I try to, like Frances Cress Wilson, my question, I remember that, the question was, I was just like, why is it? Because at the time it was like, Neil deGrasse was like, he's the leading physicist in the world. Right? How can the leading physicists in the world be black, but they still think that we're animals? To me, I was like, it's not, it's something else. It's something else. They don't think we're animals. There's something else. What is it? What is it? And, I was, you know, I don't want to get it. I've gone into that story before, so I don't want to go into it again, unless y'all want me to. But, I went into the story about how, like, you know, there were various things that happened, but eventually I came upon Frances Cress Welsing after watching Hidden Colors. I came upon, from Hidden Colors. I was like, I don't know, something about her energy just drew me, and she was the first person that I researched. And I just was, it was like, and what's so funny about that situation is that it was only a month. It wasn't even a month. She had just died when I started listening to her lectures and reading her book and stuff like that. She had just died, and I was just like, I remember that I grieved because I would never get to meet her. And I was so close. Like, had I just, you know, I don't know how I could have gone. I don't know how I could have gone on that journey any sooner. But had I just taken that journey sooner, I could have made my way to DC to see her. I could have made my way. I would have fucking made my way to DC to see her. But anyway, the whole point of that was that, you know, Dr. Frances Cress Welsing, when she said that it's genetic annihilation, and that's when my eyes, it was just like, bingo, that's fucking it. That's fucking it. She said that the white man circumnavigated the globe around the 1400s, or right before the 1400s, and that's when he realized that the entire world was dark. Some form of black and brown people were living everywhere. And that in Europe, they were the only white people. And then they had a baby with these black people and realized that if you have a baby with a black person, your baby is going to be black. And because of that, they realized that they, you know, could be annihilated. And they realized that they had to, you know, develop this system of white supremacy. And that made sense to me. And then as she kept going down and breaking it down and talking about the gun and how the gun is nothing but an external black man penis. That's why most guns are black. If you turn the gun, okay, how do you make a gun with your fucking finger? I guess, I don't know, like, there you go, here's a gun. I felt like I'm not a child, right? You turn the gun like this, right? So let's say this is the trigger. The trigger will be here, right? So this is the trigger. So you turn the gun like this, and you turn it to the side. Okay, there we go, trigger. It's balls. Balls. Penis. Balls. So a gun is a literal black man's penis. She makes a joke all the time, and she says, the white man said, black man has instrument that can, she talked like a computer, black man has instrument that can annihilate me, must make gun to do same thing. And their brain computer came up with the solution, which is the gun, which is why we will never have gun control in this country. Okay, on that note, I got 25 seconds. Most are black. Well, that could be for a variety of reasons. But I did see someone that got black men. But when the gun range I was at definitely had a white man. And some people had white men, and I thought that was weird, too. I don't think you should have people just like a shadow. It's fine or something. I don't know. It's weird. Anyway, I got 3 seconds. Bye!